So this week we're supposed to talk about what our school looks like. Now my school is currently under construction, so it looks all construction-y. It doesn't look like at all like Hogwarts. But because of the construction, I realized that there wasn't like any old buildings where my school is located. So I made a challenge to myself to go and try to find old buildings. And maybe in the journey I would find something that would look like Hogwarts. Classification of an old building in Ontario would probably be a building that was from the 1920s, because there's not a lot of buildings before then. And back then they liked to use a lot of brick, and the buildings were like really square, and you can tell when it's a building's from 1920 because they're usually like really ugly. I think it should be mentioned that I did use Google Maps, and that before I went building searching, and that I did have a rough idea of where I wanted to go. And like on my internet searching, I stumbled upon a picture of Central Public School, which is like the oldest graded public school here in Ontario, and it just is like the closest thing to Hogwarts that you can basically get to in this area. It was built in 1853, and I think that's the closest I'm going to get to a Hogwarts building. But to my surprise, Central Public School isn't the oldest building. There was a building that was built earlier in 1830 called Dundurn Castle, and the best thing about Dundurn Castle when you go there is there's just like random cannons. If only they were in working condition. Things I do. Anyway, that concludes all the old buildings that I could find. All the rest of the buildings are all like new and boring. So, the end.